The debate over Nigerian minimum wage is heating up again. The Nigerian Labour Congress is demanding a fresh review, warning that the current 70,000 naira wage can no longer meet workers' needs in today's economy. Meanwhile, in July 2024, President Bola Tinubu signed a new national minimum wage law, raising pay from 30,000 naira to 70,000 naira. It was hailed as a breakthrough for workers across federal, state, and private sectors. But in less than a year later, inflation and rising costs of food, transport, housing, and electricity have eroded the value.
The truth is that we are not asking or demanding a new minimum wage now. We are asking for a wage review. We are asking that the wages of Nigerians be adjusted based on the realities that negate the original agreement that was reached prior to the signing of the 2024 national minimum wage. You remember that the president at that one of the issues during the negotiation was that the president said, you are free. If you want 250,000 to be the national minimum wage, then you should allow us to increase the price of the Nigerian Labour Congress and the other arm of organized labor felt that the workers can make a sacrifice for the benefit of the generality of Nigeria. And that was why we said, okay, we can manage 70,000 on the condition that you would not increase the price of petrol. So that 2024 agreement was a conditional one, and it was signed. No sooner had we agreed on that, and it became law, that the federal government went ahead to increase the price of petrol, and actually, indeed, with some other macroeconomic variables that ended up undervaluing and undermining the foundation of that particular minimum wage. And it was based on this reality that we said we have been betrayed and there is a need for a readjustment. Since the foundation on which the original agreement was based has been breached, that there is a need for you to do something that will keep Nigerian workers alive until the next round of the review of the minimum wage, which will be early 2027.
The NLC says, while dialogue remains its preferred option, the possibility of strike action cannot be ruled out. However, several states are pushing ahead with their own wage adjustments. In late August, Imo State Governor Hope Uzodinma announced a new minimum wage of 104,000 naira for state workers.
Government needs to listen. Why they are trying to increase output, production on one side, then they have to also, on the other side, look at the minimum wage that people are earning, so that at the end of the day, if we say Nigeria is working and the people in the country, the Nigeria is not working for them, then who is the Nigeria working for? Nigeria on its own is not a living thing. What makes Nigeria are the people that are inside the country. So if the people inside the country, if things are not working for them, and we say Nigeria is working, so the next question we need to ask is, then who is Nigeria working for? Very few people in political seats, or people that are, having privilege, when the majority of the people are suffering, when majority of the people are dying of things that, they can easily take care of. So it's a dicey situation that, government need to look at the policy, how they are going to increase the minimum wage. And I love what is happening now, because when we are talking about minimum wage, it is stupidity to say the minimum wage should cut across everywhere. No.
Other states include Lagos, Rivers, Bayelsa, Enugu, Niger, Akwa Ibom, Ogun, Delta, Benue, Osun, and Ondo have also reviewed wages upwards. Lagos is even projecting a 100,000 naira wage by 2025. The unions argue that salary increases must be backed with social policies, affordable housing, healthcare, and subsidized transportation to truly ease the burden on workers.
So we're asking for an addition. It could be in form of wage awards, it could be in form of policies and allowances here and there to adjust for the new reality. And we're also saying state governments have taken the lead. For example, Imo State government has said we are paying 104,000 as minimum wage. But the state government have also done this. Now we are saying that these two state governments are actually one of the least in receiving allocation from the federally generated revenue. And if they can do that, federal government no longer has any excuse not to do something for Nigerian workers. Other state governors also do not have any reason not to adjust the salary of workers. And so we're asking that the salary of workers be readjusted nationwide to reflect the cost of living that is currently faces Nigerians. That is what we are asking for. We are not asking for a review of national minimum wage, because we know it's a statutory thing that happens every 3 years. The next one will take place in early 2027.
I think we've gotten to a situation where, let everybody talk about their minimum wage. So see some states now. What some states are paying now is far more than what some other states are paying. States like Oyo, Imo State, Lagos State, Delta, Rivers, they are all paying far higher than what federal government is paying. Then even at the federal government level, federal government should look at the cost of living across the country. So there is no point in increasing salary and people that are in Abuja, people that are in Lagos are collecting the same salary with people that are in Oyo or people that are in Kwara. It's an aberration. So government needs to start looking at that and see how they can actually give a living wage depending on where you are living, not across board.
As the wage debate continues, the federal government faces growing pressure to respond. For millions of Nigerians, the question remains, how far can 70,000 naira really go in today's economy? Sydney Okafor for Anchor News.